development program, yeah.
Na number one.
Housing development program, yeah.
Na number one.
Na number one for Nigeria.
Na number one.
Housing development program, yeah.
Na number one.
For estate developers, yeah.
Na number one.
The place to showcase what you've got here.
Na number one.
Encyclopedia on housing matter.
Na number one.
Housing development program, yeah.
Na number one.
Housing development program, yeah.
Na number one.
Na number one for Nigeria.
Na number one.
Obonge program, yeah.
Na number one.
Housing development program, yeah.
Hi, have you ever wondered how it would feel like for you to own your own house? That is, if you do not own one right now, where you become your own landlord and not go through the hassles of paying rent annually. Housing development can help you fulfill the dream because our advocacy is to ensure that Nigerians have access to affordable housing. This is Housing Development, your one-stop housing program. And I am Flora Anne. Stay tuned, I'll be right back.
Of Ages Properties Limited is developing unique and affordable 100,000 housing units through United Workers Housing Scheme in collaboration with Trade Union Congress across all the 36 states of the Federation, starting from the Federal Capital Territory. The project has commenced with 10,000 housing units in Rock City Airport Road and Rock City Day. The housing types include 2 and 3 bedroom apartments in a block, 2 and 3 terrace bungalow, 3 and 4 bedroom terrace duplex, 4 bedroom semi-detached duplex, 4 bedroom detached duplex and 5 bedroom fully detached duplex, built with state-of-the-art facilities, centralized water supply system, tarred roads, walkways and drainages, round-the-clock power supply, ample parking spaces, street lights, mega shopping mall with multifunctional facilities, recreational facilities and lots more. Payment for subscribers is spread over a period of 20 years. For inquiries or application process, please visit www.roaproperties.com or call 0802-633-3633, 0802-035-0170 or 0805-584-1099. Rock City, building affordable homes across Nigerian cities.
Welcome back. A home is usually the single largest investment that a person makes. What's better, to buy an existing property or build a home? Well, that is across on Housing Matters today. Let's feel the pulse of some Nigerians.
I prefer building my own.
Why?
Building your own helps you to get space. Building your own makes you build the type of house that is your dream. Building your own helps you get what you want and not what others has already done. And maybe when you are there, some of them are detached, some are not detached. You go there, you also join other people who will maybe become a problem to you in future.
Well, I choose to build my own.
What are your reasons, sir?
Because it's my choice, so I can build what I want. Want is my choice, but if I see the one that they have already built it, if it's matched to my own choice, I can't afford it.
I think it is better to build your own house. I prefer that to buying.
What are your reasons?
You know, if you look at to build your house, first you need your plot. You have to pick the size you want. Then you build it to your taste. If you look at most of these estates, how they develop it, it's in a pattern. All of them are in the same pattern. It may not fit in well with what you desire. But if you are to construct it yourself, you have to modify it, get your plan according to your taste. That is one. Then secondly, when you buy a house, in most cases you don't have enough space. They give you a little space. I mean, you don't have enough surrounding for children to play. But if you buy your land and you fence it and then you build whatever you want, you have a luxury of a space for your children to play around.
I like to build my own house because I would like to build it in a way that to suit my taste. You understand? Sometimes when you buy a house, you might not really like some of the structure. So but when you want to build your own house, you know what you want, you know how big you like your kitchen to be, you know how you want your, you just give the specification out and you get exactly what you want. The most important thing is getting what I want.
I prefer to buy already built house.
What are your reasons?
My reason is less stressful, and when I buy, I can touch it up to my taste and make it up to what I want it to be. To me, I feel like it's stressful. But buying, I'll be able to look at what I'm buying, the environment and all of that.
Yes, I as a private businessman, I prefer to build my house by myself.
What are your reasons, sir?
My reasons is because if I'm building my house, I can be able to know the solid of how it looks like.
To me, I would prefer to build. The reasons is that, one, if you take a look at the cost of the house you're buying, you find out that when you use your own money to buy a land, acquire a land, you build, you still have some reserve, something will come out of it. But when you buy, you find out you buy from the mortgage, so-called mortgage, you find out you're paying and paying, endless paying. Some might not even pay before they leave the service.
Housing Development Program, your usual encyclopedia on housing matters.
Well, you've heard Nigerians speak. Some say building a new home does not offer the same convenience as buying an existing house. For some others, the reverse is the case. I would say different stroke for different folks. Well, right after the break, the coordinator for the Night Abuja Housing Show will be joining me. Stay tuned.
Hello, friend. It's okay to dream big, but it's even better to start small. So why not own a house in Abuja today through the nationwide Workers' Housing Scheme? It is set to benefit both government and private company workers contributing to pension scheme or the NHF. All you need is make a 10% and above initial deposit and the balance paid over 20-year period. Housing types include 2 and 3 bedroom block of flats, 4 bedroom duplex, 4 bedroom terrace duplex, and 5 bedroom duplex. For more information, kindly visit www.goodhomesnlctuc.com. Good Homes. We are committed to making your dream a reality.
Welcome back. If you just tuned in, the program is still Housing Development, the only TV program that gives you the best information on housing in Nigeria. I have with me in the studio Mr. Festus Adebayo, the coordinator, the convener of the annual Abuja Housing Show. So it's nice having you on the program.
Thank you, Flora.
Yes, the ninth Abuja Housing Show has come and gone, and I was there myself to witness the event, and I will say that it was a success story. So can you highlight some of the achievements?
Sincerely speaking, the ninth Abuja Housing Show was a great success. I've read a lot of comments, both online and those ones that were sent to my phone. People commenting the packaging of the program, and I must say that we thank God for the grace. It's an advocacy we are committed to, and by the grace of God we continue to do our best until when we get housing, at least better housing in Nigeria, especially for the low-income people. We will not rest. And as for the ninth Abuja Housing Show, the opening ceremony to start it was attended by dignitaries from the presidency, from the National Assembly, representative, including the representative of the Senate President, Senator, distinguished Senator Bukola Saraki. We must acknowledge the presence of many MDs of commercial banks, Stanbic IBTC, and others. We must also acknowledge the presence of the professional bodies, presidents, including the president of the Mortgage Banking Association of Nigeria. We must also acknowledge the presence of all the chief executives of primary mortgage institutions from various parts of the country that participated in the events. We must also acknowledge and appreciate the participation of the Real Estate Developer Association of Nigeria, the immediate past presidents, the present president, and notable members of the Real Estate Developer Association of Nigeria, active estate developers like UPDC, Jais Bank, they are out there. So, and the former chairman of First Bank PLC, Alhaji Abdul Mutalab, who are present chairman of Jais Bank, must appreciate him. We must also appreciate the presence of the managing director of the Federal Mortgage Bank, who was there in person. We must also appreciate the participation of the MD of Nigeria Mortgage Finance. You could remember that the one we target Nigeria Mortgage Finance Day, and many. This year we have over 100 exhibitors. All of them participated in the opening ceremony.
Well, I must say that Abuja Housing Show was a bomber package, and I understand on the second day of this event, you were given an award by System for your outstanding contribution to the real estate and construction sector. How do you feel about this?
Sincerely speaking, I was surprised. I did not expect it. I remember that I was even in the executive hall when they invited me that they needed my attention in the African Hall of the International Conference Center, that the system want to honor me. So I want to thank the system for considering it necessary to honor me. I appreciate them, and I've said it, I dedicate the award for those Nigerians who have been laboring on how to own the home of their dream.
Well, I must say that that award was a reward for hard work, because it's not easy putting Abuja Housing Show together. This kind of event is not an easy task, but you were able to do it, and you did it successfully. So now let's talk about the proceedings from this event, the communique. When will this be published for Nigerians to see, and how well do you think this will help the government in fighting the housing deficits in the country? And what is also your relationship with government-related agencies? Do you think this communique will also help them?
The communique for the Night Abuja Housing Show is ready, and we during the course of the program we got people who have experience in rapporteuring job, and they did their best. And the communique is ready. The copy has been sent to all the partners to the Abuja Housing Show, especially the Federal Mortgage Bank, the Federal Ministry of Housing, the Nigeria Mortgage Finance, REDA, and Mortgage Banking Association of Nigeria, for them to see it finally before we put it to the general public. And I can tell you that in the next 1 week, you see the communique on the pages of the newspaper, and I also believe you also help us carry the communique for the general public to know what really were our conclusions at the Night Abuja Housing Show. But I must tell you very clearly that our communique address major issues, like issue of low-cost housing finance. We address the issue of equity contribution, wherein an estate developer asks you to pay 10% and you cannot afford the 10%. The Nigerian Mortgage Finance is collaborating with PENCO to see how we can be using the retired savings accounts. Their savings account, all those money that collected from the pension, how they can be using it to handle that area, so that this obstacle of 10%, 15% or 20% can be removed. Beyond that, we have also come to the conclusion that issue of infrastructure must be taken seriously by the government. The issue of access to land must be taken seriously by the government. We have also come to the conclusion that we can have more funding for the housing sector. And we also agreed unanimously that President Buhari should not shy away from investing in housing, so that this issue of low-cost housing can be handled. We cannot, federal government cannot shy away from performing that responsibility, which is in this section, chapter 2 of the Nigerian Constitution, provision of shelter. And the same thing also applies to the state government. We unanimously agree that the state government should also not be seeing the issue of title documentation as a way of just getting money. No, they should see the issue of housing delivery as a way to empower people, and which will indirectly have the economic effects on their states. So the same also go to the last tier of government, the third tier of government, the local government. So all these things you will see very soon in our communique, which will be released in the next 1 week.
So, Mr. Festus Adebayo, I want to say a big thank you to you for coming onto this program. I see you as a man with that great passion for affordable housing for Nigerians. We can see that through your TV program, your radio program, your advocacy about Nigerians having affordable housing, and we sincerely appreciate you for that. So thank you for coming onto the program.
Thank you so much, Flora. We continue with that advocacy until when we see the affordable housing in Nigeria. God bless you.
Yes, my guest has been Mr. Festus Adebayo, the coordinator for the 9th Abuja Housing Show. Don't go away. Join me after this week commercial.
My name is Town Planner Barnabas Atiai, and I want to urge all Nigerians to please keep on watching Housing Development Program as it's always been built.
My name is Owele Prince Nicholas Chukwujeku Kachuku, Chairman, CEO, Good Homes Development Company Limited. I want to say and invite every Nigerian to watch the housing program. It's the best and the expressway to get a good, affordable, quality housing.
If you just tuned in, the program is Housing Development, brought to you by First Aid Communications. We'll be taking a highlight of some exhibitors that showcase their products and services at the 9th Abuja Housing Show. Stay tuned.
We're actually into so many things. We're into construction, we're into facility management, we're into building, we're into so many things that have to do with real estate. Anything that has to do with real estate, that's what we do. We do roofing, we do delivery, everything. Trying to solve housing deficit in Abuja. And I think presently we are the cheapest ever in the industry, because you can actually get me as cheap as 60 million naira in Asokore to get a 4-bedroom duplex. A 3-bedroom duplex, you can. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's too cheap and it's not just realistic to so many people until you come for my inspection and I give you what you want. You understand? And I have something else in Galadimawa that's as cheap as 6 million naira. I have in Mabuchi that is as cheap as 30 million naira buildings. In Gadua that is as cheap as 27 million naira. So I just think this is the cheapest ever in the industry. It's not a shady business, but when you just come around, you see what it's going to be like.
Posturepedic is basically a mattress that has been designed to support your body. There is no such word as posturepedic. Posturepedic is made out of two words. The first one is posture. It is the way that we sleep, stand or sit. And the second word is pedic. which refers to the healthy sleep what we offer. The product is the oldest bed manufacturing company in America at the moment. We're also the #1 bed seller in the world. CD Posturepedic stand for 4 things. The first one is quality, durability, waking up feeling great, and then of course durability. So the product carries a 10-year warranty, and it's got an inner spring mattress, and it's covered with layers of foam. Absolutely, we would like to be a regular household name. As a matter of fact, we would like to take a more prominent package next year. What we found was the response from the general public was overwhelming. People came and they experienced the bed, and even the response from experiencing my product here. Of course, there was people that coming from Canada and America that knew the product and knew that it was here. But the other people, it's an education process. Why do we move from the one type of bed to another type, and the advantages of it? So for me, it was a fantastic platform to showcase my products.
Camel Holding is a new and innovative product company, and so we have a range in wash and basin, as you can see, which you can have in various colors, and we don't have limit in the color of the marble we can give you. And then you have like a bathtub that can double as a jacuzzi, which we also are able to do this because of the technology of the kind of marble that we are doing. And then you have all forms of tabletops, which can go into dining, center table, in fact, all the tops in the furniture or tables. And then you have the very interesting one, which ladies like a lot, and that is the kitchen tops in marble in different colors, which you can select, and you can see we have black, white, any color, red. And so it gives us the enablement to be able to stretch out a countertop with a backsplash that makes your water not to get into the wall, and a dripless end that makes the water to stay on the countertop when you wash.
Serve the purpose of covering your building with the best material ever in climbing world. One, you don't have to worry yourself about heat any longer, right? The purpose this climbing serves is enormous. Heat, it prevents heat entering your building, moisture entering your building, it prevents sound from entering your building, and the material used in it is superb, acrylic and polystyrene. As you can see, these are all the way it displays, and this is the finished product. This is still ongoing. It gives you the best ever finish you ever expect. Artistically, it's superb. Like floor moldings, these are the parts, right? And one thing that makes this product unique is that you can convert an old building to a new one by making our material, using it for your facials. The old building will turn to be the new one you never expect. Now, if you see here, we have a building here that have been constructed years before, but you find out that this is an old building. Now we use our product on it, facially it turns to be new, right? It's best used in even in hotels.
Registered primary mortgage bank in Nigeria, registered under CBN. Primarily what we do is to help people access funds to purchase affordable housing. We help Nigerians get affordable housing by providing the much needed finance for them. And we also market housing products, houses across the country where people can apply to us and then have access to those houses after meeting one or two conditions. We've been around for 8 years, Platinum Mortgage Bank. We've been in the business for about 8 years. And between then and now, we've been able to provide over 15,000 Nigerians with affordable housing in different estates across the country. In Abuja, we've done about 8 estates, so also in the east, and then in 1 or 2 areas, southwest, and also in the north. So also recently launched products as Platinum Mortgage Bank. We recently launched our Fast Track Mortgage product, Platinum Fast Track Mortgage, which allows applicants, who are desirous of having houses in our various estates across the nation, to be able to have access to their houses within 48 hours of expression of interest.
Well, to get any of those unique products and services, don't hesitate to call the numbers below.
Housing Development Program, your usual encyclopedia on housing matters.
Thanks for watching the program. You can listen to the radio version of this program Fridays, 5 p.m. on Ray Power 100.5 FM. To join the conversation, all you have to do is follow us on the Facebook page, Housing Development Program, or the Twitter handle at Abuja Housing Show. You can also visit the website housingnews.org.ng for more on the 9th Abuja Housing Show. Keep the dates next week. Until then, think positive and believe in Nigeria.
Housing Development Program, yeah. Number 1. Housing Development Program.